Hey there, Hugo. Hope you're having a great day today. As your video lessons, your 4 things I want to talk about. I'll talk about those things, and if you have questions at the end, have your mom or dad shoot me over a message. I'll be more than happy to answer. So let's get to it. So thanks for sending those videos over. It's super helpful for me to see what's going on with your playing, especially a Heartbreaker. So I'm going to start with Heartbreaker first, since that's when you sent over to me. So good. It's looking a lot better. It's starting to kind of flow. It's starting to take musical shape. We call it the musical gesture or phrase. I'm starting to hear that you hear like it's not just like bop 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 bop. So it's not like a bunch of like little things happening. Now at first when you're first learning a tune, you have to kind of learn it that way. You have to like learn like where to put your fingers. It's called pre-metrical practice, and it's just like learning what are the things that you need to do to play this song. So like this finger here goes here. There's there it is. That's the roof. So now that you kind of have the idea of like how it flows in a nice slow tempo, now to start bumping up the speed a little bit and how to do that. Some technical things we need to talk about. First thing is that blues note rhythm, that ba da da bum. I'm hearing. You kind of put the fast note in the wrong spot. You want to go ba da da bum. So let's just do this. Ba da da. Ba da da. 0 1 2. Oh 1 2. Oh 1 2. Ba ba ba. Ba ba ba. Ba da da. Oh 1 2. Oh 1 2. Just do that first. Down up down. Down up down. I put the pick directions in there for you. That's important for something we'll talk about in just a second. Down up down. All right. And so you practice that first. So down up down. Down up down. Just by itself, and then this part. Now, if I do this, it's a lot harder to get there because I swing my whole arm up there. What I'm going to do is this: I'm going to place my more about this in a second with the more things in a second. I'm going to place my wrist here on the heel of my hand on the pick guard of my guitar, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a down pick and then an up pick, down up. So you got to practice getting over that 5th string in time. Now notice what I'm doing here. I'm doing down and I'm curving my hand. I'm doing like a semicircle motion. Semicircle jump. So I'm going to try to do this because you might or might not make it. Down, semicircle, jump over the 5th string. So 4th string, semicircle, jump. So you notice what I'm doing my wrist there? Hi. So you have like this side-to-side motion in your wrist. So I have my wrist like this right here, and I have a side-to-side motion with the rotation of my forearm. That's kind of the idea. This right here, it's like Miss America with the weird wrist. So I have my heel rotating. Miss America. Right, so actually practice, like literally, like when I was working on this stuff, this is literally what I would do. I would practice in my office. Pretend I was Miss America. No, I didn't do that. I would just wave my hand like this. Rotation in the forearm, and the side-to-side motion. That wrist right there, so side to side. Planted wrist. Slow it first, and then try to trick the hand. So you're thinking of it as not two individual. So the first time it's just okay. What do I have to do? 2 individual things, and then you try to make it one idea. But the same thing as you're talking, these words coming in your mouth are kind of. When I'm thinking of the sentence. I'm not thinking of like each individual letter. And I feel like that's why a lot of people approach learning how riffs is they're trying to learn like each letter of the sentence versus like hearing the whole. The enunciation of the sentence is the one thing, not the sentence is the one thing. It's not that. It's ba da 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 ba da da. So work on that. Next thing is the 1-string tremolo pick. Now that we're starting to get some more, right? What you'll do, anchor that wrist again, right? I'm gonna pick the 5th string, place my pick on there, choke up on my pick, right? Hold my pick level. I guess the good visualization is imagine you have a drumstick in your hand. And you feel that rebound, like say if you're gonna drum, you're not gonna hold your wrist stiff and just here, right? You're not doing that. Wrist is loose. Now, I said before about that give in the wrist. So when you hit the drumstick, you only think about going down, right? So when you hit when you're say if you're hitting a drum right here, you're going down like this with the drumstick, and it hits and it rebounds back. You're not thinking down and then bringing your wrist back. It's down and the rebound off the hit gets your wrist to go back this way, right? So the wrist is loose, and imagine you're drumming, air drumming, right? In that natural bam, the rebound gets to pick back up again. So imagine that you're sitting here and you're gonna have your drumstick in your hand. You're gonna try to play the drums on your leg right here. And that natural give in the wrist and the natural looseness in the wrist is gonna help you rebound. It should be loose. So the same way that when you do the rebound off your leg with the drumstick, the wrist pops back again. Keep your wrist loose. That's the motion right there. Down, down, rebound, 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 rebound. So down, and you keep your wrist loose. That way the wrist comes back, or the hand comes back in the rebound. And then what you'll do is set a metronome. Let's see real quick. So I have my metronome, right? I'm gonna set it for too fast, right? I'm just gonna set mine for too fast for you, might be like about 100 or something like that. So I have, actually I'm gonna set it to the 16th note. Ba-da-da-da-da. I have my metronome set to 16th notes, 90 BPM. 1 and 2 and heel. Like this. Playing the drum. Banging that drumstick on my leg. Slow, and then do a burst. Keep that same relaxation through the burst. Slow to make sure you're doing everything correctly, not going too far on the strings. Right? Note reading, practice it more. Practice it more. It started solid and then kind of fell apart. You started solid and then it devolved as it went along. What that tells me is that you practice first a little bit great, but you spend most of your time on Heartbreaker, and I can tell that. So practice it more. You need to isolate the phrases and practice the whole thing, not just the first line. Otherwise, you'll all spend all your whole time doing the first couple measures, and you'll never get to the end of the song. It'll kind of sound great, and it'll kind of get decreasingly good as you go along. So just practice it more. And number 4, true string bar is looking great. Bring the thumb up a little higher. So you're here. Bring that thumb up a little bit more so be more over top of the string, right? This week, hammer-ons. So do those this week. All right, man, work on those things. Like I said, if you have questions, send them over my way. If not, I will see you same time next time. Take care, guys.